So I'm great pleasure now to welcome Victoria to the floor, and you can take it away, Victoria.
Great, thanks very much, Rachel. So I am just going to bring up my screen. So hopefully you can see a big map in front of you now.
We can, Victoria.
Perfect, thanks. So I'm going to walk us through how to find some of the Atlas data on the website, and we'll do a few examples together. And then I'm going to give a recap of the tools that are available to you. And finally, I will just show you how to really easily edit some of the tools using a platform called Canva. So first of all, let's imagine that we want to visually show the number of people who have MS in a particular country. So you go to the Atlas homepage, so atlasofms.org, and then you'll see this map. Now, on the left-hand side here, you have the statistics categories. So you can see we've got epidemiology, diagnosis of MS, disease-modifying treatments, symptom management, healthcare provision, and MS guidelines and standards. So because we want to know the prevalence, the number of people with MS, we're going to choose epidemiology up here. And then over here, we are, in fact, it's already selected, but we're going to choose the number of people with MS here. And okay, so what do we have? We had Paraguay. So let's go back to Paraguay as an example. Okay. So then you can see your country that you've selected is highlighted here, and you can hover just to get a really quick visual snapshot of the data for neighbouring countries. So you can look at the number of people with MS in neighbouring countries, but also globally elsewhere. Now, if you want to download the map, you can just very simply download it as a PNG file, but you can also embed the map. So if you have a page on your website and you think it would be really helpful to demonstrate the prevalence of MS, for example, through this map, then you can just click. So you go to download here, click embed, and then you've got this code that you can add into the back end of your website. And you can do that for a range of different statistics. So do have a play with that. Okay, so next up, let's imagine that we really want to look at how many neurologists there are in a certain country, and we want to be able to compare that to other countries in the region. So you go back to statistics categories here, and for this particular one, for neurologists, you select healthcare provision. Okay, so then over here, you can select the particular statistics that we're looking for, the number of neurologists per 100,000 people. So this is where it gets really interesting, and I love looking at this and just exploring the different data for a whole range of countries. So let's change this. So we were on Paraguay. Let's have a look at Portugal. Okay, so we can see the data here for the number of neurologists per 100,000 in Portugal. And then you can compare it to Europe. For example, if you want to look at the average for the region that that country's in, or you might want to compare it to the global result, which you can see here. And this kind of data and the gap that this shows us can be really useful if you're thinking about potentially creating some sort of advocacy campaign, if you're looking to lobby to improve the number of neurologists per 100,000 in your country, then this is a really good starting point for giving you that data and showing you perhaps where, compared to other countries in your region or globally, there may be something you can do to work with decision makers and others to improve that and change it. So that's one example, looking at the number of neurologists per 100,000. And then if we go over to this section, so fact sheets, you've got map view here, chart view, which we're on, and then fact sheets. This is a really simple way of getting a very quick snapshot of a particular country. So let's change to, let's do Dominican Republic. Okay, so this is the fact sheet for Dominican Republic. You've got the overview of the atlas here. And then if you scroll down, you've got the various pieces of data, and this comes from both the epidemiology part of the atlas, which we launched in September, plus the clinical management part, which we released a few months back. So you've got all of the data of the number of people with MS, the diagnosis levels, the number of neurologists. Now, on some parts of this fact sheet, you'll notice that there's a little note saying that data for this particular statistic doesn't exist for this country. So in that case, you can see here, you've got the global picture, but where it does exist, you do get the data for that particular country that you're looking at. And then if you scroll down as well, you've got the disease modifying therapies that are used in that country, and off-label DMTs that are used as well. So you have the option to either, you can download it in English or Spanish or Arabic. So you just select the language from there, click download, and then it should just come up as a PDF, which you can, obviously you can print it, you can share it digitally, and yeah, it's just a very useful way if you're looking to build awareness of MS in your particular country, and you want to be able to share some of those key pieces of data, then these fact sheets are a really useful way of doing that. Okay, so that's an overview of the map view, the chart view, and the fact sheets. Now we're going to look at the tools. So this includes the social media graphics, the email signatures, and some of the videos. So to do that, from the home page, you can always just click the Atlas logo here. So click there to get back to the home page, and then you scroll right down to here where you can see a powerful tool for change. Click on the Atlas of MS tools, and then here you've got all of the materials that are available to you. So the social media graphics, we've got the email signatures, the 2 videos, which you're welcome to share and reshare if you shared it at the time and want to remind people of some of the key messages within the both parts of the atlas. The logos, which you're very welcome to use, and you know, if you've got posters or reports, then feel free to download those from here. Social media frames for Facebook and Twitter, and then the reports over here for both parts. So those are the tools in English. To access the tools in Spanish, you just have to change the language selector here. And again, for Arabic, just there, you change the language and you can see them. So I'm now going to show you how lots of organizations already have been taking these graphics and translating them, adapting them, personalizing them to their own context using their own data. So we have a template that we've designed for any MS organization to use, and so if you're interested in adapting the materials, then get in touch with me after this. So it's victoria@msif.org, and I'll send you the link to the template, and I'm just going to give you a run through of how to use it. So you click Use Template. Okay. Right. It may actually be because I'm not logged in, but essentially, hold on, let's just see if it's remembered me. No. Essentially, you click on this Use Template. You can then very easily click on this text here. You can just type your own text in. So whatever language it is that you're looking to amend the graphics into, you can simply replace it with your own text. And you might also want to look at creating these as, so you might, for example, take this graphic where you've got the information about, information about the global data or the global diagnosis issues. And then you might want to add a line here about your own country. So these templates are just a really useful way for taking the graphics and making them your own and making them work for your audiences. So yeah, get in touch if you're interested in using those, and then I can share them with you, and the report as well. We know lots of organizations have been interested in translating that report. Let me just go back to it. And sharing it with key stakeholders. So we've got the design templates for those that we can share with you, and you're very welcome to adapt them and make them your own.